When the world was still young, and the shadows of creation still whispered secrets across the land, there lived a girl named Lira. Lira carried a dream in her heart, a single, burning desire, to touch the dawn. Every morning, without fail, she would rise before the birds and climb the tallest hill that overlooked her village. Her eyes would be fixed on the eastern horizon, her breath catching in anticipation. But it was always the same. By the time her small feet reached the summit, the sun had already broken free, painting the sky in colors she could only watch, never hold. She'd stand there breathless from her climb, her heart aching with a gentle sorrow as the golden light slipped just beyond her reach. The village elders, their faces etched with the wisdom of seasons past, would shake their heads. "The dawn cannot be caught, little one," they would tell her, their voices kind but firm. "It belongs to the heavens, not to us." But Lira refused to believe them. A quiet fire burned in her eyes. "If the dawn can touch the earth," she'd whisper to the morning breeze, "then one day I will touch it too." So one fateful night, under a blanket of stars that were just beginning to fade, Lira made her decision. She began her journey. Barefoot, she slipped out of her home and ran across the sleeping land. She flew through tall grass, wet with dew that clung to her skin like tiny diamonds, and waded over cold, fast-moving rivers that bit at her ankles, trying to pull her back. The world around her shifted. The deep velvet darkness began to soften at the edges, then glowed faintly, as the sky slowly bled from a deep indigo into a soft, promising gold. Still, she ran. Her lungs burned with every breath, and a deep ache settled into her legs, but her spirit, her unwavering spirit, would not yield. Behind her, the village awoke to a strange silence. They found her bed empty, and a trail of small footprints leading east, toward the rising sun. "She is chasing the impossible," they whispered amongst themselves, a mix of concern and awe in their voices. But Lira didn't hear them. She only heard the pounding of her own heart and the roar of the wind in her ears urging her onward. The light on the horizon grew from a soft glow to a fierce, brilliant blaze, and just as her strength began to fail, just as her legs threatened to give way, she reached it, the edge of the world, a vast cliff where the endless sea kissed the sky, and there it was. The first pure, magnificent ray of dawn broke across the water, reaching for her, touching her face with its warmth. For one single, breathless heartbeat, a moment suspended in eternity, she reached out her hand, and the light reached back. In that moment, Lira and the sun became one. Her physical form vanished, dissolving into the brilliant light, but her spirit burned on, bright and eternal, a permanent part of the morning. And so it is to this very day when the first light of morning spills over the hills and awakens the world. The elders in that village smile. They point to the horizon and tell their children, "Look, Lira is running again, chasing the dawn and bringing the morning with her." Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales that stir the soul, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me. Until next time, may you find the light you're chasing.